I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, what's good, party people? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see y'all. Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? A lot of Wise is in the building. South Brooklyn is in the building. What's good? Man, it's a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff. While y'all warming up y'all grub from yesterday, while y'all warming up like y'all the ribs, maybe some hot dogs, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that y'all had yesterday. Hey, for one, I hope y'all still have thumbs. I hope y'all still have thumbs, right? Right. And that's a joke. That's an inside joke for those that like to do fireworks and stuff. So if you didn't get it, then I'm sorry. Yo, salute. Black University was good. Bad Mojo was good. Andy Garcia, Black Rain was good. Arthur Newell was good. Was good. Brandissimo was in the building. Was good. Was good. How y'all this morning? How y'all this morning, man? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I wish I had, if I was smart, I would have another notepad up here with me to talk about all these topics that are on my mind, man. You know, I have so many things going on. I want to talk about the R.D. Barrett Team Canada failure. I'm typing this out. Team Canada failure. I want to talk about Obi and IQ on the team, on the what do you call it? Dream Team Select? Team USA Select. How about the USA Select team? We'll talk about vacancies on the coaching staff. I'm going to talk about off-season workout videos. Talk about that. I'm talking about hitting a home run in the draft. And I'm talking about free agent possibilities. I want to talk about today. Right. Jeremy Nussbaum is in the building. Raphael, what's good? What's good? So I want to talk about a few things, man. I want to talk about a few things with everybody this morning. But most importantly, I want to know what's on your mind. You already heard me say what I want to talk about. I want to talk about free agent possibilities, hitting a home run or two in the draft, off-season workout videos, vacancies on the Knicks coaching staff, OB and IQ on the USA Select team, and the failure for RJ Barrett and Team Canada to make the Olympics. And this is like 20 years. This is like 20 years Team Canada had made the Olympics. And they have talent. They have talent. They just can't, for some reason, they just can't do it. You know what I mean? For some reason, they just can't get themselves out of their own way, I guess is the best way to put it. You know? But you know, it's crazy. It's odd. It's odd. You know, just want to do one quick thing real quick. Want to touch up some stuff real quick. I know y'all have my undivided attention. It's just I want to do something real quick. Always working on stuff, y'all. Always working on stuff, man. Trying to provide quality content for my people. You know what I'm saying? Boom, there it is. All right, I'm back. Just got an alert that the Knicks Morning Drive is live. That's awesome. Brandissimo says, and lost to Sadaransky. And that shot was lucky, but bro, you like, come on. How do you have Lou Dort gone Tomas Sadaransky and Sadaransky win it? How do you have Lou Dort guarding Sadaransky? You got your lockdown wing defender. And he gave up the game winner. If that was Frank, bruh, all I'm going to say is if that was Frank, that shot wouldn't have went in. All I'm saying is if that was Frank Ntilikina, that's all I'm saying. David Knight, what's good? What's good, David Knight? What's happening? Yeah, man. So we here. I know it's the 5th of July, and people like hanging out. Like dudes is in the ER licking their wounds. They trying to figure out how they gonna live without their thumbs. Cause cats love fireworks, bro. Cats love fireworks. They trying to figure out how they gonna play PlayStation without no thumbs now. They like, God dog it. They're like, man, how am I play the PlayStation without thumbs now? You know, it's like, cause them fireworks, bro. Hey, them fireworks is crazy. The fireworks is crazy, bro. Hey, so, Raphael says, I like Sadaransky. I wanted to trade Alfred Payton for Sadaransky at the trade deadline. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But Sadaransky, Canada, come on. Sadaransky, come on. And this generation of Canadian kids, they are deep. I mean, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Yeah, and I know Jamal Murray wasn't there. I listen. I know Jamal Murray is probably their best player, right? But come on, man. You can't beat Tomas Satoransky. Come on. What are we doing? What's going on, Canada? Come on, man. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? My frustration with Canada is not the fact that I pull for Canada, that I root for Canada, right? It's that R.J. Barrett's experience is over so soon, right? You know me, I'm always thinking Knicks. I'm always thinking Knicks. No matter what happens, I'm thinking like, how does this impact the Knicks? Right? How does this impact the Knicks? Right? Right? Hey, Wacko Knicks fanatic, I'm with you. I want to touch on this, but I really listen. I want to touch on what you just said, but I really want to get into that because that deserves like maybe 2 or 3 shows, maybe a week, right? Because you're saying with Leon Rose and Worldwide West here, Knicks fans should be thinking big. And I am asking you, how big? Because big is relative, right? When you're in kindergarten, the second graders are big, right? You remember that when you were a kindergartner? When you were a kindergartner and you used to walk past the second graders' classroom and you saw them trying to write cursive, you're like, oh my God, that's a different language. Now, it's the same language, little kid. It just looked different, right? So how big are you talking? Wacko, how big are you talking? Right? When you're a kindergartner, second graders look huge, right? When you're a kindergarten, second graders are huge, right? When you're a kindergarten, you see a second grader walking by himself, he's not even holding an adult's hand, he's just walking. You're like, oh my God. When you're a kindergarten, you see a second grader bend down, tie a shoe real quick, and get up and keep on trucking. You're like, how do you do that so fast? When you're a kindergartner, you know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. So it's relative. How big a RC Creative? What's good? What's good? RC Creative is in the building. Wacko Knicks fanatic. How big are we talking? Oh, we talking. Yo, CWC is in the building. What's good? What's good? I love when CWC stopped by, man, because CWC he challenges you to think. Like, nah, don't just talk about like the basic stuff. Talk about something with some substance. You know what I'm saying? You know how that same kindergartner would go to the family out and the family picnic, the once a summer family picnic, right? And he see people eating ball peanuts and ribs and steak. But he ain't big enough to eat no he just eating hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? Eat them hot dogs, little fella. One day you'll graduate. You'll graduate to like a sausage dog, right? And then a sausage dog and what's that thing they put pasta and they mix everything in with it? It ain't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? What's the thing that everybody make and they feel like it's the best? Oh, I can't have a cookout without that pasta thing people make. DSJ is in the building. What's good? What's that thing they make with the screwy looking noodles? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The screwy looking noodles, and it be cold, and they put ham and cheese and whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying, man. Don't act like that. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all probably had some yesterday. I don't know what you talking about, Uncle Freezy. Oh, I don't know what you talking about, Uncle Freezy. I ain't never had that dish with the screwy noodles in it, and it got like the little cubes of ham in it, and like everything out your refrigerator all be in it, and it be cold. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like your auntie and them be like, well, what else we got? We got hot dogs, and we got corn on the cob, and we got all this other stuff, but somebody gonna make some of that stuff with the screwy color noodles in it. Hey, Mocha, what's that thing with the screwy color noodles in it? And the ham. I saw one time they had like cucumbers in it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. Troy Fletch said antipasto. I don't know if that's what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's what I'm talking about. Hey, y'all gonna make me call somebody. What's that? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got like cucumbers and cheese. Because I ain't never had no dish with cucumbers and cheese in it in my life. It's got like cucumbers and cheese and noodles and stuff in here. That pasta salad. Pasta. What is pasta salad anyway? I guess I described what it is, but I don't know what the purpose is. Well, I guess I know what the purpose is. The purpose is to eat it. Right? Pasta salad. Pasta salad. Okay. All I know is I saw one year, because I'm new to it. I didn't eat that as a kid. I didn't. Pasta and salad. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So, but I never had it as a kid, right? Because we used to have like back in the day, salad used to be like lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers, and a whole bunch of French dressing. That was salad back in the day. We, you know, where I'm from. But David Parker says, you ate karate salad before? No. Is it good? Let me know. Put your mans on something. If it's good. But anyway, my point is big is relative. Like to Wacko Knicks Fanatics' point. So CWC says pasta with ham and cheese. That's pasta salad. Yeah. Oh, carrot salad. Carrot salad. Hey man, my bad too. And shout out to Queens, by the way. Yeah, man. So before I do a deep dive into to the topics that we have at hand that we talked about briefly, just want to say, man, my 4th was very quiet. I went to one of the box stores and bought me a big steak. I broiled it in the oven took it out, put it on the stove in a hot skillet, seared it with butter. And that was basically my 4th of July. Didn't do much work. Did the Knicks morning drive. Didn't do much stuff. Hung out with y'all for about an hour. And didn't really do much after that. Slept. I needed some of that sleep, man. No lie. Needed a lot of that sleep. No lie. Needed some of that sleep. So let me get, what did y'all do yesterday? Did y'all have a good time? Did y'all celebrate? Did anybody blow thumbs off? Can everybody give the thumbs up this morning? Were the fireworks crazy? Were the fireworks crazy? So I'm gonna get back to our topics some, right? Get back to our topics. Wacko was like, yeah, we still got thumbs. Bodega Wi-Fi's in the building. What's good? Day one. Bodega Wi-Fi's in the building. One of the day ones. Like when we first started, marched out here and was like, yo, we're gonna do this regardless. We're gonna mess up a lot. And we're gonna try to figure some stuff out. And Bodega Wi-Fi was like, yo, I'm down anyway. Let's do it. If we talk about Knicks, if it's Knicks content, let's do it. Bodega Wi-Fi, I've been here from day one. And I was like, Bodega Wi-Fi, that's a dope screen name. Salute. Hey, Bodega, we gonna get better one day. We trying. We gonna get better one day. One of these days, we gonna actually put out. Hey, we trying, bro. We trying. But wanted to get back to our get back to the topics that I brought up. So RJ Barrett and Team Canada failure. It's frustrating in that you want to see your kids do well, right? You want to see your kids do well. It's the reason why we watch Team Canada. It ain't because of we're fascinated with Lou Dort or that I was born in Saskatchewan. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Wasn't that I was born in Vancouver. It was because my guy was playing. B. Simmons is in the building. What's good? G Money is in the building. What's good, G Money's? G Money's, what's good? I hope you refreshed after your trip. You know what I'm saying? Because he was telling us about the trip, and I was like, man, I ain't never even heard of this place. But I hope he had fun. You know. Heavy Reese is in the building. What's good? Yeah, the party people in the building. Was good. It was good. Yo, White Falcon is in the building. Now we can throw out starting lineups. Salute. Salute. G Money is, yo, my man's like, yo, I'm still hanging out, bro. What kind of vacation is that? G Money no must. Oh, what was I thinking? The dude's name is G Money, and I was gonna say, what kind of regular person takes a month-long vacation? When your name G Money, you can do whatever you want to do. That's why. So my bad. That was a lapse. Evergreen G's in the building. What's good? What's good, Evergreen? Evergreen G be hiding from us. Like, he be like, Evergreen G be like, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Freezy won't let me get on, man. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Freezy be cutting me off. Nah, Evergreen, I be wanting you to be on. You know what I'm saying? I be wanting Evergreen G to be on all the time. Yo, White Falcon, what? Yo, cats like Patrick Beverley, I'm telling you, bro. The whole Patrick Beverley thing to me, cats like that, you know, the cats that the real lippy dudes. Like I know dudes that are edgy, that ain't lippy, right? But, you know. Evergreen G is like, yo, I'm around, man. You know I'm around. Hey, Woodshed 1914's in the building. Hey, Woodshed, I gotta ask you a personal question. I gotta ask you a personal question. Just a little something. It'll probably make you laugh. Hey, it won't make me laugh because I'm gonna be serious. But when I ask you, it'll probably make you laugh, right? Because it's kind of like a personal conversation we had back in the day. And then when I tell you the circumstance behind the question, it'll probably make you laugh, but it got me mad nervous. So when I'm gonna DM you or send you my number or something, probably in a few days. Keyshawn, what's good? What's good? And yo, and so my cousin, and this is for everybody, this ain't just for Woodshed. My cousin was like, yo, I saw you one time and you was like connecting with people, you know what I'm saying, in the live stream, man. What kind of person? You ain't afraid to give your joints out to everybody? And I'm like, well, for one, I don't give my joints out to everybody. But, you know what I'm saying, like some people that you have that you done talked to, you know what I'm saying, several times, you know what I'm saying? What's the difference between that and talking to them on the phone? He's like, but you say blah, say blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really a phone talker. I'm not even a texter, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, I'm like in front of the computer trying to do Knicks freestyle, the pod couple, Knicks versus the Blorangetears debate league, trying to make sure subscriptions and stuff don't run out, trying to find new websites to get info from. Because a lot of times the info that y'all hear from me is not just information like my thoughts, but it's sourced information. Like I go to these websites and research stuff, and it make me think differently, right? Then it make me think differently, like why RJ Barrett is the future of the shooting guard position, right? It's not just because RJ Barrett is the shooting guard for the Knicks, right? It's not just that. It's the guys coming along now are more and more like RJ Barrett. Like all the shooting guards now that are coming out are in that RJ Barrett mold. But since we're Knicks fans and we're laser focused on RJ Barrett, we don't take the bird's eye view of who RJ Barrett is as a player profile. RJ Barrett's player profile is exactly what you want your shooting guard to be in the 2020s as we go forward, right? You want a physical shooting guard that can defend other shooting guards and shoot 40+% from three, right? You want a guy that can be able to catch and shoot from three. And since we're talking about RJ Barrett, we'll stay on the RJ Barrett topic, right? So while RJ Barrett doesn't create a lot of three-pointers for himself, he does knock down a lot of spot-up threes. A lot. And he can create his own shot going to the basket. Now, does he convert at the basket? That is where our problem lies. Not in that RJ Barrett can't get to the basket, but he doesn't finish well there, which makes me think, what happens if RJ Barrett develops a floater? Hey, Kev Middleton, what's good? Right? What happens when RJ Barrett develops a floater or finds a way to finish better at the rim? What if he does both? Imagine that. A floater game and finishes at a higher level at the basket. G. Robinson, what's good? What's good? I'm not gonna lie to you. So I watched RJ Barrett a couple times live, and all these things about all the stuff that people say about move RJ Barrett to the 3 or RJ Barrett should play the 4 in small ball lineups and all this stuff, man. Throw that mess out the window. Throw it out. Not only throw it out the window, but make sure it landed in the trash can. Right? Because when you watch the game on television, all you see is a snippet and section of the floor. Right? Where the ball is. If you just watch the ball, then it makes it look like RJ Barrett is a super stiff, eventual power forward in the league. Nah. When you watch RJ Barrett live, I'm not saying that he's graceful like a Barry Sanders at running back, but think about an Adrian Peterson at running back. That's what you should think. Like Adrian Peterson, you know how big Adrian Peterson is, and he can do all the stuff that the small running backs do. You know what I'm saying? Think about it like that. Like I saw John Collins run into RJ Barrett. Like both were looking in opposite directions and they bumped each other, right? And they both backed up. Like, hey. And then they kept going where they were trying to get to. If that was a regular shooting guard, John Collins would have creamed that dude. Right? Would have creamed him. Right? And not on purpose, but accidentally. Like, you know, everybody watching stuff and everybody going and two people bump each other and then they're trying to get around. You know, y'all know how it is. Lex Malik was good. Right? And notice what I said just now. Because don't focus on the physicality part like RJ Barrett stood his ground. Notice I said RJ Barrett bumped into the guy and then he kept going. Right? So he can still do the little guard stuff. Like he can do the big stuff, the little stuff, and it comes natural. Right? What I would like to see in RJ Barrett's game is more playmaking. Like RJ Barrett with the ball in his hands, more at, on the wing, top of the key, whatever. Right? And I also like to see RJ Barrett in the post more. At least 3 times a game. Which year 1914 says, can RJ become the scorer prime Jimmy Jackson was? Ooh-wee. Jimmy Jackson was smooth, boy. Jimmy Jackson was ooh-wee. In my mind, I'm not going to lie to you. For my money, I have always wanted a shooting guard like Jimmy Jackson. Right? I think in my mind, Jimmy Jackson's are the prototype in terms of build. 6'6", 220. It's athletic, but not dependent on athleticism. Skilled, but not dependent on a certain skill. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy Jackson to me is like the shooting guard that doesn't have A+ across the board, or Jimmy Jackson is like the opposite of say a Latrell Sprewell, right? Well, Latrell Sprewell was an A+ athlete, superb athlete, one of the most athletic guys to ever play the position in his prime. In his young days, Sprewell was one of the elite athletes at the shooting guard position, right? 44-inch vertical, blazing fast, super tough. You know what I'm saying? Right? But then there were other things about his game that lagged behind, that if that was at a high level, Sprewell would be a Hall of Famer. Right? Like shot selection. Like you like Spree, why you take that three right there? You're like, yo, Allen Houston is wide open in the corner, and you just took a three with nobody under the boards. I love you, Spree, but you know, I love you, Sprewell, but why you ain't kick that in the corner to Allen Houston? You know, he a shooter. I'm just saying, Spree. I ain't criticizing you because your NBA game was better than mine. Because mine was non-existent. But what I am saying is shot selection, maybe. If that could drive coaches crazy. Like, Spree, why you trying to dunk on Mutombo every time? Spree, why do you feel like you got to try to dunk on Mutombo all the time? Even when he know you coming, why you feel like you got to challenge him at the rim every time? The other thing too is Spree's outside shot. The further you get away from the basket, the more inconsistent it was. Right? And for a guy that was like 6'4", 6'5", you'd say Spree probably could have had more ball handling skills. So while certain things in his game were A+, other things were like C+, B-, like ball handling, shot selection, rebounding, right? But Jimmy Jackson, on the other hand, was like the guy that was like B+ all the way across the board. All the way across the board, Jimmy Jackson was like a B+. Can RJ Barrett get there? I think Jimmy Jackson spent 2 years at Ohio State or 3 years at Ohio State. I can't remember. But Jimmy Jackson was like 21, 22 when he was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks. Right? Mama said, don't trust you. What's good? What's good? CWC says, I think we can get Dame Dollar and Cat without giving up RJ and Randle. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't give people hopes up. Hey, Wacko Nick Spinack says, I fall asleep watching Boring ISO Randle. My boys don't enjoy his style of play at all. It's the old Charles Barkley style. Pete, that's why people don't look at Barkley as like an all-time great. Because Charles Barkley is an all-time great. Right? And when people talk about the great power forwards that ever played the game, people say Tim Duncan. They say Chris Webber. They say Kevin Garnett. Who else they say? Karl Malone. You know what I'm saying? They throw up all these names and people forget Barkley. I was at a Knicks game where Charles Barkley dunked on Bill Cartwright 7 times. in one game. And no, it didn't go to overtime. It was a blowout. The Sixers were good. I saw Charles Barkley get a dude deflected the ball back to like the 3-point line. Barkley intercepted it. And he saw Cartwright, and Cartwright saw him. And Charles Barkley hit this gear. Charles Barkley is fat right now, right? Charles Barkley is fat right now, right? But back when Charles Barkley was like 6'6", 250, bro, hey, listen. When Charles Barkley was like 250, when he was, listen, I saw him take off on Cartwright, and Cartwright is my man's. I know a lot of Knicks fans don't like Bill Cartwright for whatever reason. For whatever reason it is, people don't like Bill Cartwright. Whether he wasn't that good when he was with the Knicks, or they remember him winning championships in Chicago, or whatever it is. Cartwright was my man, right? Right? But I saw Barkley, and listen, at 250, Barkley had like a 45-inch vertical. Don't get it twisted. Y'all see fat, goofy Charles Barkley on TNT. Y'all see goofy Charles Barkley about to fight Shaq every show. That ain't Barkley. That's 100 pounds past prime Barkley. Charles Barkley used to kick. Man, listen. Look, if Zion had the anger of a Barkley, Zion would average 37 points a game. I'm telling you. If Charles Barkley played in this wide open style of NBA today, I know people say if such and such played in this era, blah, blah, blah. Listen, if Michael Jordan played in this era, I think Mike is about the same. Right? If Kobe played in this era, prime Kobe played in this era, he'd be about the same. Right? If prime LeBron was in this era, I'm talking about 2000. I'm talking about 2008 LeBron was in this era, he'd be about the same. But two people I'm gonna say would be way better. Patrick Ewing in this era would average 35 a game, 35 and 20. Patrick Ewing would average 35 and 20 in this era. Book it. Yes, our guy Patrick Ewing. And Charles Barkley, bro, listen. If y'all don't know who Charles Barkley is, y'all better look at some highlights or something. But anyway. Nah, bro. Hey, Woodshed. Nah, Charles Barkley is taller than me. And I know how tall I am. Charles Barkley is a little bit taller than me. So when I call him 6'6", yeah. Michael Jordan too. People like Mike was really 6'4". Nah, Mike wasn't really no 6'4". Both of them dudes was a little bit taller than me. I'm like 6'5" in a smidge. I'm 6'5" in some change. And them dudes, they a little bit taller than I am. So I could call them 6'5". And I noticed because I asked Charles Barkley for an autograph one time, and he looked like I spit on him or something. I looked him dead in his eyes. I was like, "Hey, give me your autograph." He's like, "What?" So yeah, Jersey City. We was at Journal Square. Charles Barkley was on Journal Square, and everybody was like, "Yo, that's Charles Barkley." And we ran up on him like, "Yo, Charles Barkley, give me your autograph." He's like, "What?" Yeah, Journal Square, Jersey City. Wacko Knicks Fanatic says, I love post-up Ewing in the 90s. Today game is more ball in motion. I know what you're saying, but don't forget that Ewing, that Pat had a jumper. Pat would J you to death. Pat had a package, bro. Pat had a package that started at about 18 feet, now probably about 20 feet, and he would jab step and do that walk. I swear, I ain't never seen referees, when Pat Ewing drove to the basket, they must have turned their back. When when Pat Ewing drove to the basket, referees also been like, because I swear it seemed like Pat would take 5 steps every time he drove to the basket. Yeah, man. Yeah, but it was so funny. The irony, and I'm gonna get back to RJ, but the irony is everybody knew Pat was walking. ESPN even made a Pat Ewing don't walk commercial. Y'all remember that? They had the little choir singing "Don't walk," and they showed Pat taking 19 steps to the rim before he dunked on somebody. ESPN made a commercial about it. Like, how do you not see Pat walking and Pat take like 6 steps to the rim and dunk on Jack Sigma or somebody? And like, yo, how you not realize that Pat Ewing is walking every time? Akeem Elijah want to do the dream shake, and the referee will bust out of the blue like, "Hey, you're taking too many steps." But Pat Ewing to take one dribble from the logo, and then they're like, "Nah, he ain't walking." Yo, hey, CWC says Ewing is one of the best shooters all time, big center. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, Pat Ewing could shoot that jumper. And in today's NBA with spacing, and if Pat do that pump fake, it's a yam at the rim, bro. Woodshed 1914 says, I miss the day of big men, skilled 7-footers all over the league. Yeah. You know, Dirk and a dude before him, a dude named Detlef Schrempf. They killed the game. Detlef Schrempf killed the game, right? I don't know if y'all remember him or not, but a dude named Detlef Schrempf, right? They used to play him at small forward. And he would catch and do a post up. Ball, he'd do the same thing that Randle do, right? And he'd pump fake that J and go to the basket in a defensive collapse. And he'll kick out to shooters. Bro, I'm telling you. Yeah, hey, David Parker, you remember that? Pat used to be back in the, I'm like, Pat breaking all the rules. But hey, if they don't call it, so what? Yeah, man. G. Robinson in the building. Yo, Udi Mack is in the building. What's good? Udi Mack is in the building. Udi Mack messed around and hit the lottery. He don't even come through no more. He's like, but I got a job. I can't come through and hang out no more. Nah, we heard what's going on, bro. We heard. Frank Ntilikina told us that you hit the number and that you just stopped messing around with us. Ooch used to be like, but yo, I was hanging out with Frank at the such and such at Westchester. And all of a sudden, Ooch just disappeared. Yeah, hey, Real King, you see that too? Real King, see that too. DeAndre Ayton, he kind of like, hey, and you know the best thing about the thing about Ayton, and I promise you, I'm gonna get back to the can RJ do the Jimmy Jackson thing, but what I wanted to say though is the thing that separates DeAndre Ayton and Pat Ewing from the other centers that played in their era. Both of these dudes can catch a ball in traffic, right? Pat Ewing wanted to score so much that you rarely saw him bobble a catch because he knew he could finish, right? Pat could finish, right? Pat Ewing could and would finish on you. I don't care who it was down there. Elijah Wan, Robinson, Shaq. It didn't matter. G. Robinson says, do you think that Frank would have been better at the small forward because he's about 6'6". I think Frank is going to be a guy that's going to be better offensively in his second contract, right? I think he'll be better in his second contract just because Frank was so raw, so young and raw at the same. Because Jalen Green is young, but he's not that raw. Frank, on the other hand, is young and raw, right? Or was young and raw. He probably still raw, right? Frank Ntilikina, in my opinion, needed a lot more time than what people think, and it frustrated a lot of people. And so what I'm gonna say is if you're a Knicks fan, you'd hope that Frank will sign back, because as we progress towards this championship, we're gonna need 3-and-D defenders. We're gonna need dudes that can knock down a three, and Frank did it at a higher clip than anybody on the roster. Just in a smaller sample size. Calm down. In a small sample size, he was the best 3-point shooter. Right? Calm down, everybody. Calm down. I can see y'all swiveling in. Uncle Freezy said Frank was. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Hey, so look, BX Sports, what's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, I think Frank will be better in his second contract, right? I think Frank would have, if he re-signs with the Knicks, I think him re-signing with the Knicks will be his best bet, because I feel like the Knicks have the best development staff in the game. Period. Yes, your New York Knicks have the best development staff in the game. Period. 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 And don't come at me with like, how you gonna say that? Such and such is nah. Look at what these players were prior to Tibbs, and look at what they are with Tibbs. Don't come at me with this, you just a homer. No. Don't be unsmart. Look at before and after. Before and after. Before Tibbs and his guys, and then after Tibbs and his guys. Now, I'm not saying that it's all Tibbs. I'm saying Tibbs and his guys. I'm talking about the collective. The collective is the best developmental group in the game. Right? The best developmental group in the game. It's just what it is. And it's what it is. Right? Something that this group is doing helps guys when they get here. And so here's the thing. Derrick Rose, and this is my example. Derrick Rose was a terrible 3-point shooter. When he was here the first time, you were like, Derrick Rose, not only will you not take him, you can Ben Simmons. Well, Derrick Rose was probably better than Ben Simmons at the three, but that's my frustration level with Derrick Rose and the 3-pointer was at that Ben Simmons level. Like, not only will he can't make him, he won't take him either. And y'all remember, if you're a Knicks fan, if you've been a Knicks fan, if you remember Derrick Rose the first time, y'all remember that. Y'all remember that. Don't act like y'all don't. Don't act like y'all don't. Right? Don't act like you don't remember how frustrated you was for 2 things. 3 things. The first time Derrick Rose was here, he felt like he could just do whatever he wanted to do. Derrick Rose ain't listening to nobody. He just did whatever it is that he wanted to do, he did it. Show up late to practice, so what? Not show up to a game, so what? You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing, too, is he wouldn't pass to Porzingis. And we was on Twitter like, Derrick Rose won't pass to Porzingis. And cats like, oops, he will pass to Porzingis. and then it'd be like a video cut up, a montage showing that my man won't pass to Porzingis. Like, look at Porzingis be triple teamed and shoot a jumper before he passes to Porzingis, right? You're like, yo, man, Derrick Rose, man, just pass the ball to Porzingis, bro. Just pass it to Porzingis. You'll get the ball back, Derrick Rose, I promise. I promise. You'll get it back. Right? And then Derrick Rose's defense. He just didn't care. At that time, he just didn't care. Now, the second time around, we got a much improved Derrick Rose. Much improved Derrick Rose. Man, team player. Good guy. He a man. You know what I'm saying? He holds himself accountable. He's like, no, I did such and such, and I was wrong. The first time Derrick Rose, he like, they traded me here. I don't even want to be here. You know what I'm saying? He's like, come on, man. You know, lead D Rose. Come on, bro. What's good? We was all excited about wearing the Derrick Rose #1 jersey. He's like, I ain't wearing one in New York. I ain't wearing one in New York. He's like, oh, man, come on, D Rose. Come on, D Rose. Hey, CWC says Frank not good looking to be. Well, he's still gonna do it. That's Frank. He's still gonna do it. But anyway, back to to finish off the Jim Jackson and RJ Barrett thing. I think RJ Barrett's highs are not high enough yet, and his lows are too lows. His peaks and valleys are extreme. Like his floor is too low. It's like for instance, Jimmy Jackson is a smooth bucket getter. Well, was a smooth bucket getter. RJ Barrett ain't that yet. When RJ Barrett gets in his bag, yes. Yes. You know, he's got the size. He'll probably have the size of a Jim Jackson. Will he have a Jim Jackson handle? I'm not for sure. We'll see this summer after Drew Hanlon tighten him up. Chuck Allen's in the building. What's good? What's good? Mama said, don't trust you, says, okay. All right. But back to RJ Barrett, though. Just want to, and I'm not trying to turn this into RJ Barrett radio, right? But the future of the position is secondary playmaker, 40-point, 3-point shooter. And I'm talking about RJ Barrett's player profile, not RJ Barrett. You know, y'all get it. Chuck Allen was good. RJ Barrett's player profile is 40% 3-point shooter, secondary ball handler, tough defender. Now, did I say elite defender? No. What about great defender? No. If RJ Barrett is a good defender, then that only takes his stardom to that next level. You know what I'm saying? Let me throw this thing in the chat real quick. I want to have some of my people come through and holler. I'll put this in the chat. Keyshawn, get your camera ready, bro. Keyshawn, stop playing, man. Get your camera ready. I had a topic here that I want to talk. Okay. Oh, off-season workout videos. So what do y'all think about off-season workout videos? Just want to get your feedback on it. Off-season workout videos. You see guy, empty gym, no crowd. Doing stuff, doing dribble moves, pull it up from 35 feet, super wet. You know, you're like, man, this Kevin Knox workout video is something. It's 2 minutes of him. It's 2 minutes of God, Sham God, and Reggie Miller mixed together. Yo, this 2 minute workout video is Skip to Malou and Ray Allen mixed together. I wonder what this guy's gonna be like in the NBA. Right? Right. Oh my goodness. This guy here is Allen Iverson, Steph Curry mixed together. Yeah. Right. The workout videos, some of videos, man. Yeah. It's crazy. Some of it is like the workout videos, or some of them are like, okay, this guy knew what his weakness was and he decided to work on it. And then some of it is like Harlem Globetrotters, like Mitchell Robinson doing a God Sham God and pulling up for three. Come on, Mitch. CWC says RJ needs to get in shape, add some muscle, and get athletic. Hunter from the Hawks was killing RJ off the dribble in the playoffs. Yeah. Yeah. So Mothman Evolved says, I would not trade RJ, and I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I say let the kid develop. You have pressing needs, right? The Knicks have pressing needs. How about address those pressing needs in the draft or free agency? Why trade a promising thing for a guy that's a little bit more down the road, and then you undraft the promising thing? You're like, we don't have the promising thing no more. It just don't make sense. Chuck Allen says the entertainment factor of the workout videos are great, but it doesn't translate for some. Right. Like the Kevin Knox thing. I honestly, I'm frustrated by the Kevin Knox workout videos. I don't want to see them, but I get tagged in them. I get tagged in them, and I'm like, I see all these comments, and I'm like, okay, let me just watch it and see what's going on. And then I watch it and see what's going on, and I'm like, yep, it's the same thing as the last workout video. It's the same thing as the last video. It's a Allen Iverson / mixed with Dirk Nowitzki. I don't want to see that, bro, because I already know what kind of player you are right now, and it doesn't translate on the floor. It don't get you on the floor, right? G. Robinson says exactly now if a team is willing to take future picks, I will pull a trade for a superstar. I'm sorry, not G. Robinson. I'm sorry. Mothman Evolved says exactly now if a team is willing to take future picks, I will pull a trade for a superstar. And I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Even the recent Randle workout videos, I see trainers letting him go to the left every time. Randle, everybody knows you're going left. If the plan is to keep Randle and add Lonzo and Kelly Oubre in free agency. I like Kelly Oubre a lot. If the plan is to sign Oubre at all costs, I'm not opposed to it. However, I do believe you can get Kelly Oubre's. You can get 2 Kelly Oubre's in the draft. You could get Kelly Oubre's in the draft. BJ Boston is a Kelly Oubre. As a matter of fact, I think they may be the same size. Let me see. Let me go back to my source, Tankathon. NBA mock draft. Let me check. Let me see. Where is the? There we go. All right. So let me blow this up a little bit. All right. So BJ Boston is a 6'7", 188-pound shooting guard from Kentucky. His draft is stat strengths and stat weaknesses. They don't tell the true story, right? He can't shoot. Blah, blah, blah. 6'11" wingspan. And let me find Kelly Oubre. Why does this not have his height and stuff? Let me go to another site. Okay, hold on. All right. All right, I'll find them. Who does Kelly Oubre play for right now? Oh, Golden State Warriors. Okay. Roster. All right, I'm gonna share this with y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm riding. I'm by myself, so I'm gonna pull up Oubre for everybody. All right, so Kelly Oubre is a 6'7" shooting guard. He's 203. So he weighs 15 pounds more than BJ Boston. Right? So Oubre is the same style player as BJ Boston. Right. So if you can't get a Oubre, if Oubre is like, nah, 3 years, 20 mil, I'm like, no. I'll draft BJ Boston in the second round, and by the end of his rookie season, he'll be comparable to Kelly Oubre. Right? 6'7" shooting guard, athletic wing, spotty jumper. By the end of the season, BJ Boston will beat Kelly Oubre. Or at least, headed down that path. Right? White Falcon says the Knicks are done drafting. Nah, bro. This year, this draft is an all-time draft. Don't be fooled. Right? Don't be fooled. Don't do a Knicks. Don't trade all your draft stuff for Antonio McDyess, and then turns out that draft that you traded away from is an all-time draft. Don't trade the draft picks for Antonio McDyess and then be like, oh man, we should have kept them draft picks. Wilson Dang was good. Was good. Would you, White Falcon? I already know you will. I know you will of jump. I already. Would you trade Randle and draft picks for Dame? I would not. The only player, salute. And hear me clearly on this, because it's gonna sound like I'm bugging out, but think about the long game. The only NBA player right now I would trade Julius Randle and a bunch of draft picks for is Zion. That's it. Right? That's it. The only player I would trade Randle and multiple draft picks for is Zion. Would I trade 4 other Would I trade for Steph Curry? Yes. Would I trade for Damian Lillard? Yes. Would I trade for Bradley Beal? No. Right? No. Would I trade for Zach LaVine? No. Right? Why would I trade for them? And RJ Barrett is on a path to be better than them. Right? Or Luka. Yeah. Hey, good catch, Bodega. Good catch. Or Luka. Right? Original Great Minds is in the building. What's good? Shout out to my guy. What's good? Nick G. What's good? Nick G? What's good, Pop Dukes? No, hey, OG, I didn't see the Nick Wright thing. I didn't see the Nick Wright thing, but hey, G Robinson, what I'm saying is Randle and picks. Right? I could trade Randle for a bunch of people, but Randle and numerous picks. Now you're talking like, for Randle and numerous picks, bro, I gotta get a mega star that's under 22 that can play with RJ Barrett. Hey, Hanky Stanky, what's good? That might be my cousin right there. What's good? Jokic, I don't know if I could trade for Jokic, man. Randle and multiple picks for Jokic. I like Jokic, man. A lot. I like Jokic a lot. White Falcon says, would you trade Randle for and picks for Ben or PG-13? No. I would trade Randle straight up for PG-13. And if they don't take it, I'm like, bye. Right? Because there are things that Julius Randle brings to a team that Paul George doesn't. And I know Paul George brings certain things to a team that Randle can't. But Randle brings consistent offensive scoring, right, from the power forward position. Randle scores and rebounds and assists. You know what I'm saying? Guys in the league, they'd be like 20 and 10, 20 and 10, 20 and 10, 20 and 10. And so they get like 20 rebounds and 10 assists. And people are like, oh, man, yeah, he needs to do it all. But Randle does all three from the power forward position. I don't want to lowball my man Julius Randle's value. Because 24, 10, and 6? Are you kidding me? Hanky Second 420 OG says, I'm building around Randle, not subtracting. Right. Yo, Chef NYK is in the building. What's good? I see you. Would you take on Bledsoe's contract for the 10 pick? Yes. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Infamous New King is in the building. He says, for real, the best option is to trade Randle for a haul to add to what we have. My only thing is this. What is the haul? Because if it's draft picks, I could see that. Like say, for instance, if Golden State said, hey, listen, I got some bad contracts I need you to take, and we'll give you 7 and 14 and a first and 21 if you take all these bad contracts and you give us Julius Randle and say next year's first. I wouldn't like it, but I understand. You feel me? Because if you put Randle and Draymond Green's role offensively in Golden State, are you serious? Bruh. Nah. B, come on, B. Come on. Don't tell me Mr. Triple Single offensively is better than Julius Randle. Nah, ain't nobody buying that. Nobody. But if you tell me, hey, you got to take on Draymond Green contract, you got to take on Andrew Wiggins contract, you got to take on Kevon Looney's contract, and we'll give you 7 and 14, and we give you Julius Randle and next year first, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it if the Knicks did it. Right? I wouldn't like it if the Knicks did it, but at the same time, it's something that I could live with. It's something that I could live with because I like Julius Randle. I like Randle's production. DSJ is in his bag. Hey, y'all know DSJ look like Dwayne Wade on camera, right? He looked like he could be Dwayne Wade daddy. He looked like Papa Wade. Yo, when he first came on the camera, I was like, yo, that's Dwayne Wade. Wait a minute. That dude look like Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, the shooting guard from Miami, was Whitley boyfriend from a different world. Not him. Not him. Y'all know I can't talk sometimes. I get excited and speak too fast. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about Whitley boyfriend from a different world. I'm talking about Dwayne Wade from the Miami Heat and Cleveland Cavaliers and Chicago Bulls. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Right. I'm not interested in trading Randle. But if the right thing, if the perfect thing came along, and it's only because Julius Randle is 26. If Julius Randle was 32, doing these things, I'd be like, no, trade Randle right now. But Julius Randle was 26. Bruh. If he was 23, I'd be like, heck no. No, we ain't trading Randle under no circumstances. Andy Garcia says, with the 9th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Moses Moody, wing out of University of Arkansas. And somewhere, when I just read that, somewhere, a dude named Woodshed 1914 is giggling to himself. A dude named Woodshed 1914 is like, Woodshed 1914 is someone like, bro, did you see Bobby Portis the other night? Man, okay. All right, Arkansas basketball. Okay, Lee Mayberry. Okay, Todd Frazier. Not Todd Frazier. Todd, what's Todd's last name? Todd Day. Okay. Yo, Forbes and Fields in the building. What's good? Shout out to my mans. My guy's the busiest dude in media. What's good?
What's good? What's good?
What's up, boss? What's good?
Man, I'm recovering.
From the 4th of July?
Oh, man.
Hey, you still got your thumbs, right?
I still got them.
Yeah. Hey, them kids and them firecrackers, boy, they do not get. They like, do it again. They be excited, man, about fireworks, boy.
I'm telling you, I had a couple of younger cousins. The early part of last week, it was like, yo, we're gonna ride down to south of the border, man. You trying to roll? I was like, nah.
Right.
I'm old. I ain't shooting no fireworks. Like, come on, man. Yo, we got this amount of money. We're gonna get all these fireworks. You're not gonna shoot none? Dude, I've passed that stage in my life. I will be sitting back at the quote unquote old people's table, watching y'all do your thing with a cold one in my hand. Like, I'm not man. But it was a nice time, had a great time, but boy, I am not a spring chicken anymore.
Right.
Jack Daniels wasn't counting.
Nah. I'm telling hey boss, I'm telling you, the firework game is real. People, it got to, when the fireworks, like, man, look, 4th of July, as soon as I hit a mosquito, I'm like, oh, the mosquito's out. People about to start shooting firecrackers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it. As soon as it get dusk dark, like the old people say, as soon as it get dusk dark. Yeah. They start shooting them off, man. But yeah, man. So what do you think about what the Knicks gonna do this offseason, man?
I don't know. That's the thing, Uncle Freezy. I know that the fan base is split on the direction that we should take.
Right.
There are people that we gotta get somebody in here now, and want to trade away all of the young assets.
Right.
And then there are people like myself and you who want to let's build this thing slow. Like
Right.
all of the guys that you're talking about, spending a small fortune to get, we
Right.
can grab those guys out of the draft. We can
Right.
develop our version of who we're trying to go get.
Right.
And I think that if you do want to make a big move or two for some future star that may be on another team, you got to build up that war chest of assets. I don't think this is the off season for us to do that with the amount of people that we have on contract, the amount of roster spaces that we have to fill. And yes, we got 7 draft picks over the next couple of years. I don't think that's enough to truly do what we need to do to become I'm looking for a dynasty. Like, it's our turn to be a dynasty, not just win
Right.
one random championship in an off year. No, I want to consistently be there. We've taken some steps.
Right.
Yes, we're the 4 seed, but again, like I always say, put a little context, a little bit of nuance with it. We were tied with 2 other teams. It could have went any other. We could have easily been the 6th seed.
Easily.
And no one is going to say, oh, well, the 6th seed is 1 or 2 pieces away from being a championship contender.
Right.
No, the 6th seed has more work to do because there's only 2 spots up from the 8th seed. So like we still have work to do. I want to get some young, fresh blood in here. I want to do like some of the teams that advanced this year.
Right.
Like, if you take a look at some of these young squads, they're really young. They might have 1, 2, 3 at the most older players on their roster, right? And they have very specific roles. They're not ball dominant. They're not taking the ball out of hands of guys who need to develop.
Right.
And that's happened with our team.
Right.
In those off seasons, we're doing these 1 year contracts, and we bringing these journey guys in. They go out to get buckets to make sure that they secure a long-term contract the following year. Look at Marcus Morris.
Right.
Like, he got his contract, and is he doing anything near what he was doing when he was playing with us?
No.
Not at all. So I think in this draft, I would be willing to, if they're going to trade our first round picks for something that is legitimate, not a reach or a stretch. Because if you're going to reach or a stretch, you might as well just do that in the draft. But if
and save money,
right? Because it's all about the dollars, I would be looking to even buy some second round picks this year.
Right.
Versus like 2023, where we got the 8 second round picks.
Right.
Those are going to be all like high school kids.
Right.
Guys that are going to need to be really developed in the G League. No. OKC, you can have all of those picks. Let us get some guys that could possibly step in year 1, or guys that on the verge that needs a little more coaching. Because you got to understand, when you're talking about the difference between the NBA now and the NBA, let's say maybe 15 to 20 years ago, a lot of you had to go to college,
right?
And then a lot of our Hall of Famers from yesteryear, like, they had to play 4 years of college basketball. So they when they come into the league, it's no longer a development thing. Like we've got the skill set now. Now it's time for you to display. Right. We're not getting those guys. We're getting guys that's going to need a year, that's going to need 2 years. We're not in the rush, people. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
We've never gotten to this point. I don't care. I don't care what decade or era you're talking about. New York Knicks basketball, a real rebuild. Even when we had that young team with David Lee and Shannon Fry and
Ray Felton and all of them.
They traded them.
Nate Robinson. Yeah,
Nate Robinson. They got rid of all of them. They got rid of all of them just like that. So I'm saying there's some good pieces. There are a lot of people that you spoke about that I like that should be available in the second round. Right. There are teams that are competing for championships that are not going to need a second guy.
Yep.
Unless they're salary cap strapped, and it's like, okay, we got to get something that's super cheap. We buy these picks, get these guys, develop them, and then I think we'll become a powerhouse in the East. That's just my take.
Right, and so that's a very good thought. Right, that's a very good thought, and you can tell that was well thought out and everything, man. My thing is, Knicks fans don't understand where you're coming from, right? And so what they look at is, man, you got OB, I'm sorry, not OB. You got Mitch, you got Knox, you got Frank, you got such and such. Hey, man, these dudes ain't babies no more. Them dudes already been in the league 3-4 years. They not rookies no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got your RJ, your quick, these dudes, RJ be a third-year player. OB and quickly will be second-year players. If you bring in some other young guys, these guys, the rest of your guys are not babies. I mean, right. RJ quickly and OB, you know what I'm saying? You want to give them a little bit more time before you put demands and everything on them. But bruh, you got to realize these kids are not 3 years in the league. Yo, in my opinion, after you've been in the league 3 years, you know what I'm saying? You're not a young piece no more. You more like a young vet now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Knox and Mitch are young vets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm gonna say to those that don't want any more rookies or don't think Tibbs will play rookies is look at what Tibbs did with OB and Quickly this year.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Quickly and OB played. He was teaching OB and allowing Quickly to learn through his mistakes.
Right.
Because Quickly had the greenest of the green lights as a rookie.
Super green. Yeah.
And you rarely see that from a rookie. So here's the thing: you rarely see that from a rookie that's not in a rebuild, right? You in a rebuild, like Anthony Edwards got the greenness of the green light because his team is gonna be trash and he got to learn on the fly.
Right.
Right. But Emmanuel Quickly had the greenness of the green light on a playoff team. Right? There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? My man had the green light on a playoff team. Right? My man was learning on the fly on a playoff team. And so when I said that Tibbs and his staff are probably the best developers in the league, I get some screw face. People like, yeah, I get the ice grill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is you saw it happening in real time, so you think it's mostly the rookie and not the coaching staff and development. But I'm here to tell everybody, what Tibbs did this year, Tibbs deserved to be coach of the year over Monty Williams because Phoenix took a borderline playoff team, added a Hall of Famer to their team, and they made the finals. And that he did an excellent job.
Right. But he was the perfect fit. He was the perfect fit.
He was the missing piece.
And against and next to Devin Booker, like that was peanut butter and jelly, man.
Right. And at the same time, they front office won executive of the year. Right. They won executive of the year. That means the whole organization, the entire organization made a step forward. Right. Not just what the coach did on the court. See, with us, Tibbs developed. People can say what they want to say. Randle did about 80% of the work or 70% of the work, but bad coaching would have killed Randle. See, if Randle did put in all that work and then Fizdale was still here, you wouldn't have got these results.
No.
You would. And chat, am I lying? Chat, think about this. If Randle had put in all that work in the offseason and Fizdale was the coach, would Randle have still gotten the same things done? No, you got to give Tibbs some credit. And look at what Obi Toppin was at the beginning of the season. Obi Toppin was an uncoiled spring, bouncing everything, boing, boing, everywhere. Tibbs had to be, Obi, no. You know, at the end of but in the playoffs, in the playoffs, Obi looked like an NBA player.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? That's coaching and development. At the beginning of the season, and when we saw the Detroit Pistons preseason game, and the dude Obi Toppin was about 20 foot away from a dude, and the dude pump faked on a jumper, and Obi jumped. We like, Obi. Why are you trying to block a shot and you 20 feet away, Obi? Come on, Obi, come on. Why? You had to laugh when you saw it. You like,
right?
Oh, Obi, come on. How you jumping for that? And then the man drives by you and get fouled. You like, Obi, come on, man. Come on, Obi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You like, I know you're excited. I know you're athletic, but come on, man. But what I'm saying is this. Tibbs took someone. Let me see what my man said. So G. Robinson said, no, Fitz is too docile. Man, look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. David Fizdale is like, you know how you be driving somewhere, you know, you got like an hour and a half to go, and you get an itch somewhere that you can't reach, and you can't pull the car over. And now you're like, God, you in the driver's seat, you know. It's like that's every time I hear David Fizdale name. That's what David Fizdale is to me. But you know, things are what they are with David Fizdale, man. I may as well stop bringing up his name because he'll never be back. So
I think they're hiring him with the Lakers for the Lakers coaching staff.
Yeah, good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad too. I'm glad because the Lakers got that cheap bubble championship, and they think they somebody. They got that cheap bubble championship. LeBron cried the whole time, man, I don't want to play today. And then the league shut down and not play on the day. LeBron. I'm so frustrated with LeBron, but when you the man, you can call the shots, right? But one day it's gonna be our time.
One day, and the thing is, people, it's not gonna be as long as you think. Here's the thing: you have to get the right pieces. I'm gonna just bring up as an example, like the Carmelo trade when we traded all of those guys. It wasn't that those guys were just, you know, superstars or borderline superstars, and we gave up all of that for Melo. All those guys fit what D'Antoni was doing.
Right.
All those guys played their role well. Now, when you remove that and you stick a cog in there that doesn't fit the system,
right,
it looks terrible. It doesn't flow the way it's supposed to, right? We have to continue putting the right pieces around our core, which is RJ and Randle. Whether you like Randle or not, like, yo, the dude kept us in games, just had a bad playoff series, and to say, well, Trae Young is younger and he had a better playoffs. He's a guard. A guard that it was impossible for the next three teams to even stop. Like if it wasn't for an injury, I don't know how that Buck series really goes. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
So we have to continue putting the right pieces around the guys that we're developing to become.
Here's the question: what player profile are the right pieces?
Okay, me and Bodega Wi-Fi kind of agree on this one name that would probably fit perfect around RJ, Hamidou Diallo. We talk about putting athletic wings out there, with the exception of maybe the guy from Miami that stole the dunk contest. I can't think of his name right now. Derek Jones.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else athletic than that. He couldn't shoot when he got in the league, but he worked on it. He shot the ball well towards the end of the season for Detroit.
For Paul. Oh, you talking about Diallo, not Jones. Okay.
Yeah, Diallo. He doesn't make a ton of money. He's a restricted free agent with Detroit. He's young. Like I said, he's athletic. And I feel like a guy who comes home that has his mindset, not a guy that wants to show off, a guy that wants to compete, be the best. He competes on both sides of the ball. If you get any type of competent point guard where you got a guy like that moving from baseline to baseline and making cuts, RJ doing the things that he's doing, the things that he's been working on, the things that jump out at you when you watch these Olympic trial games, it's like, whoa, if we can just get a little something extra, we'll be a dangerous team. Right. So I like Hamidou Diallo.
I liked him too. I wanted the Knicks to get him out of Kentucky.
He went in the second round. I thought we would make a play, but then I was like, okay, well, we had so many guards at the time. I was like,
and they wasn't better. They didn't have more upside than him.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
You talking about Tria and Damian Dotson?
Yes. Dot kind of hurt because I thought Dot was going to be a player for us, the way he moves off screens and his defense, but it just never. It just never.
Would you bring Damian Dotson back?
Yeah, and here's why. You'll get the same production, better defense than Alec Burks. He could shoot that ball. Alec Burks is a streak shooter. I'm not going to say Starks type, but John Starks is a streaky 3-point shooter.
Well, no, Starks' streakiness was extreme. Starks' streakiness was like, I'm not going to miss 3, make 3. Starks was like, I'm going to miss 9 and then make 9. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Starks' streakiness was like the most absurd streakiness you ever saw in your life. It's the reason why Pat Riley was like sticking with him all those. There was a preseason game where John Starks hit 10 3-pointers against the Washington Bullets, right? Mm-hmm. And I think he was 10 of 11 or something crazy like that. 10 of 11. John Starks was 10 of in a preseason game. And I know it's preseason, but bro, 10 of 11, I don't care. Bro, against other NBA, 10 of 11, you're like, God,
that's some hell.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I saw a game where Steph Curry was 10 of 14, mm-hmm. right? But the misses were like the 2 misses. He was like, one of them. You like, Steph, why you took that shot? I know you feeling it, but come on,
right?
But Starks took that shot and it went in. You're like, what's going on? But then there are other games where Starks is like 1 of 13. You're like, Starks, why you still shooting? You know what I'm saying? And it's because his extremes.
Yeah.
You know, but. To the Damian Dotson thing, though, I would say this. I would not bring Damian Dotson back, and it's not because I didn't like Dot as a player. Mm-hmm. I love Dot as a player and a person, mm-hmm. right? But he was injury prone, right? Them injuries derails Dot's career, in my opinion. Right? Because remember he had the torn labrum and he played through it,
right?
And people was like, why he keep getting DNPs? What's wrong with that Dotson shot? He had a torn labrum. He waited till after the season to get surgery. He should have got the surgery during the season and just sat out the rest of the season.
Right.
Because once you put numbers up, those are your numbers.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And so Dot had that. Dot had all the serious soft tissue issues that you can get. Dot had them, right? So
Right.
he's like, God, and he playing through him. Like, Dot, come on, bro. You got, man, sit down and get healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was my beef with Dotson, man, because there was a stretch when he almost got healthy, and he was a starter. He was averaging like 15 points a game. I'm talking about during the stretch where Fizdale started him. It was like 5 or 6 games. He was averaging like 15 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And then randomly, David Fizdale sat him. He's like, yo, I give everybody DMPs. And you're like,
Man.
that motherfucker. I almost
Yes.
cussed
Yeah, I know. I called it. No.
So yeah, man. It is yeah. Yeah. And so the thing is, and so Real King, I feel what you're saying, right? Dot's upside is not above average starter. Dot, to me, Damian Dotson's upside is quality rotation guy at his best. Quality rotation guy if he can stay healthy, right? Like the Alec Burks thing that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not he can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy enough to be a starter.
I'm glad you said quality rotational pieces.
Right.
We need those as well. As we're trying to find those guys that can pop and become starters for us, and contributors, we need quality rotation pieces because that helps your team as well. Again, look at the young talented teams that made it far in the playoffs. You look at their bench, it wasn't such a dramatic drop off when they were out there on the floor and the stars were getting rest. It was like they were keeping them in the game. With us last year, it was, or this past season, it was our second unit headed by Derrick Rose, Manuel Quickly, Burks, Obi, and
Taj.
Everyone was a legit, can take a shot, make a shot, right? So you can't play these funky little zones and try to get the ball out of the hands of one guy. Why? Because everyone can shoot. You leave quickly open from 40. The kid's taking it. Every time he put it up from out there, I felt like it's supposed to go in. It's supposed. He gives me that kind of vibe. Alec Burks was perfect in that role of coming off the bench, being that third operating guy on the wing, where I can take my guy off the dribble.
Right.
That's what hurt. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank with his name right now, but Bullock.
Right.
Bullock couldn't put the ball on the floor. He couldn't do anything.
Right.
And they stuck Trey on him, and it was like, yo, man, do
something, anything. Yeah. Pump fake, something. Up. Oh, my God. My God.
So if we can find younger, quality, rotational pieces, because yes, we have money to spend, but I don't necessarily want to spend it on guys who you can get that kind of production from the draft. Oh, Alex Burks can shoot it, but he wasn't consistent for us. It was like, okay, he might do it this game, but next game and the next game, nah. So those are the guys that I'll be looking for. You mentioned BJ Boston earlier.
Right.
At 32, at 32, like there's no telling. To be honest, there's no telling what that kid is actually going to be.
Right.
But I think he's going to be a player.
Right.
Again, like this draft is a lot deeper than some people are saying.
Right.
They're like, oh man, once you get out of the top 10, there's nothing really there. And I'm like, no, they're quality pieces.
Right.
Don't forget this, people. The Joker was picked 47th. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? He was picked 47th.
Do you know who was picked 45?
No. Who picked 45?
Anthony Early.
Yo, that is. You know what?
I'm telling. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
You have see, but I feel like with the guys that we have this go round, they know how to distinguish what's a gem and what's. Oh man, Anthony Early just messed up my head, man. Like that guy. I had high hopes for him until I seen him play, and I was like, oh, he has no lift. His shot is beeline flat.
Right. Yeah.
But at 47, they were able to get the Joker. Who's to say who we can get in those later rounds? And like I said, you don't have to give up anything but cash since you got to spend money anyway. We'll buy those picks from you. How much y'all want for that pick? We'll buy it from you. And then that gives you an opportunity to go into a season where y'all. I don't agree that Tibbs don't play rookies, because guess what? If that's all you got in your cupboard, what you gonna do? Well, I'm not playing nobody. You got to play somebody.
Hey, so I got that wrong. I'm sorry. Anthony Early was 34. He was picked 34th.
Okay.
And I'm looking for where is Jokic? He is in here somewhere. I want to get it right. Jokic was picked 41. Jokic was picked 41, right?
41, okay.
Right. And so these are the names that were picked around Jokic. This second round is not bad, right? Joe Harris, Anthony Early, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jeremy Grant, Glenn Robinson III was picked right before. So these are the three picks before Jokic. Dinwiddie, Jeremy Grant, Glenn Robinson III were picked right before Jokic. Right? Dwight Powell, Jordan Clarkson, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, and that's it. Corey Joseph. Corey Joseph was also taken. And that, I mean, I'm sorry, not Corey Joseph, but Corey Jefferson. He wound up being a nobody. But that second round was not bad.
No.
That second round was not bad at all. So in that second round, just KJ McDaniels, he was all right. Joe Harris, Anthony Early, Johnny O'Brien, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jeremy Grant, Glenn Robinson III, Nikola Jokic. So that second round, Jordan Clarkson, that second round was not bad at all.
No, all those guys are contributing factors on their teams, except with the exception of a few.
Right.
Jordan Clarkson is lighting it up for his team. Joe Harris, we know what he does for the Nets.
Right.
Spencer Dinwiddie, before he got hurt, the Joker was the MVP. Like,
Bogdan was in that draft too. Bogdan was in that draft. Kyle Anderson was in that draft. Clint Capella was in that draft. Rodney Hood was in that draft. Shabazz Napier was in that draft. Gary Harris. Jusuf Nurkic was in that draft. TJ Warren was in that draft. Zach LaVine. Dario Saric. Doug McDermott. Elfrid Payton. Noah Vonleh. Julius Randle. Marcus Smart. Aaron Gordon, Joel Embiid, Jabari Parker, Andrew Wiggins. Bro, I'm telling you, in the right draft, you can find quality players. Right?
And I think that is this particular draft. Whatever superstar that some of the fan base is thinking about, we can actually go get. To be honest, we can't. Because we would have to give up way too much, then have to fill out a roster that is going to be only half of what it could be, because the person that you traded for is $40 million, and by the end of their contract, it's almost $50 million, right? we have enough ammunition to maybe move up a couple of spots,
Right.
or just pick where we're at and go from there. And add a few pieces here and there. Watch and see what shakes loose from another team. Oh, we can use that. Oh, we can use that.
I got the answer.
All right.
I got the answer for you.
Okay.
Right. I got the answer for you. Right. Here's the answer for you. I'm giving, and bear with me, because this is not an indictment on a certain player.
Okay.
Right. But I'm trading Kevin Knox and Norvell Pell to Oklahoma City for Kemba Walker and a number 18 pick.
I'll do it.
And people will be like, why would Oklahoma City do that? Why would Oklahoma City do that? Well, for one, they get a young player to add to their core, right? And Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox ain't bad. And if Kevin Knox busts to Oklahoma City, guess what? He'll be a free agent after the season, right? Also, why would Oklahoma City do that? The obvious reason, Kemba Walker's contract, right? Why would they do that? But I mean, I would say Kemba Walker in 18, and in a reasonable deal, like Oklahoma City has so many first round picks, right? That they got to start trading them away before they start riding on the vine, like Boston. Remember, Boston had so many first round picks that teams were like, nah, we ain't gonna do that no more. We'll just let you pick. And then they start picking Romeo Langford, Robert Williams. Like, oh yeah, them picks was valuable 2 years ago. Right now, they ain't valuable. They're not valuable on draft day.
Right.
You got to get rid of them beforehand. Right. It is what it is. You know, I mean, it is what it is.
We get a floor general. I think the complexion of the team changes dramatically. Where you don't have guys doing too much. You have someone to say, hey, you get here, you get there, and make sure RJ gets the ball in spots where he's effective, where he doesn't have to dribble or make a move to get to that spot. A great point guard makes the game easier for everyone else. Right. Like, okay, even Randle will benefit from a guy like that being able to, you can't post up there. Everybody got to cloak. Everybody got to clear out. Come up some, move over to the left some. Now you have a better angle. Because
you have to do it based on personnel.
Right.
Your personnel and the defense's personnel.
Right. So you got to make sure you have someone with that IQ and floor vision, the court vision, to say, okay, I'm thinking 3 steps ahead. Okay, Randle, cut. RJ, cut. RJ, stay over there, because trying to make RJ a spot up shooter is ridiculous.
Right.
Also, how do you think we need more offensive creativity?
Yes, I think so. I think so. And but the reason why I say yes is because the Knicks were 29th in the league in assists, right? And that's a stat that you would say, well, assists don't tell the whole story of your offense. Well, my opinion is it tells a lot. It might not tell everything, but it does tell a lot, right? It means that either the person passing the basketball to the shooter is not throwing crispy passes, or the person receiving the pass from the passer is not finishing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got this weird thing. So if that's happening on both sides, that means you need to get some guys in there that can get on the same page.
Right.
Because the Knicks are second. Last year's team was second in the NBA in 3-point percentage. Like, people don't know that. That's a stat that goes
right
around people's head. Like I didn't know that. Yes, that's true. The Knicks shot 39.2% from three last year. That's amazing.
Very good.
That's amazing. Now imagine Now, do you know where we were? With Fizdale and Miller.
Oh, we was at the bottom.
We were terrible. That's why I tell people that this coaching staff can develop. Derrick Rose came here and shot 40% from three. Get out of here. That's ridiculous. RJ Barrett shot 40% from three. Mm-hmm. Now, if I'd have told you in RJ Barrett rookie year that RJ Barrett would be a better three-point shooter than Devin Booker in his second year, you would have laughed me out of town.
Absolutely.
Yeah, chat. Y'all know this is true too. RJ Barrett blew away Devin Booker from three-point shooting percentage, right? Blew him away. It's not even close. But if I told y'all that and y'all didn't check the numbers, y'all would swear up and down I was off my rocker.
Oh yeah, I was in the chat when you brought that up the other day, and people were just freezy. Oh, you lost me. Oh no, you're a homer. There's no way. Come on, Devin Booker. Are you serious? You can't mention them in the same breath.
Right.
But when you look at the numbers, you like.
But when you put the numbers on the screen.
Oh. Well, no, they don't tell the whole story. Well, no, the numbers say what they say.
Right. I mean, things are what they are. And so I said all of that to say this. Like your guy, like you brought up Derrick Jones, he's and Hamidou Diallo. They are improving three-point shooters. They need to get a lot better.
Right.
But under this coaching staff, I believe the coaching staff gets them there. So the hole that was in their game and all those other places won't be the hole in their game when they get to New York.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now you have two elite athletes that have defensive potential, especially Derrick Jones. Mm-hmm. Right? Have the defensive potential to fit in Tibbs' style. Like for instance, I think Derrick Jones is an upgrade over Reggie Bullock. And now people say, well, what about Reggie Bullock's three-point shooting? Hey, man, Tibbs turned Derrick Rose into a 40% three-point shooter. And Derrick Rose was trash for his career, except for that 1 year in Minnesota where he shot 37. Mm-hmm. Everything else is 33, 32, 31.
Right.
He had 1 year that he shot 37. Right? So I'm going to say, bro, I got to get out of here. I got to wrap up, man. I got some calls to make, man. But I hate when you do that, bro. Why you bring up these conversations, man? And then I can't finish them.
I'll try to get on earlier, next time.
Because the Derrick Jones, Hamidou Diallo thing, if we get both of them.
Do you know what transition is going to look like?
That's what I'm saying. Bro, do you know what transition looks like with Hamidou Diallo, Mitchell Robinson, Derrick Jones, and Obi Toppin?
Put my hand over my eyes and just throw it from half court.
Just throw it out.
Just throw it up.
Just throw it up, bro. Just throw it. Boost Mobile's in the building. Hey, yeah, I got to get out of here. It's like a combination. My wife got the day off. Okay. And so I got to spend some quality time with the missus.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And probably go get some lunch, make some phone calls and stuff, man. I got Anthony AD. Listen, if you're watching this, bro, we got to get up. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. I appreciate y'all on y'all day off, man, coming through, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Paris Duggar, why you say that before I get ready to leave? See what I'm saying? This is what I be talking about. This is what I be talking about right here. Yeah, this is what I be talking about right here, man. Anyway, y'all, let me rock, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. I'll try to post another video or something later on. But anyway, y'all have a good day, man. I'll holler at y'all later.